Third jerseys. We love third jerseys. Um, and we're getting some third jerseys this fall. So let's speculate for a last time. Now, any teams in these first two rows or in front of this red line are on a pre-order for Ben, the guy behind the store on eBay that I buy my jerseys from, my Adidas. And he pre-orders in January for the following year, so he has some idea of who's getting third jerseys, and these teams were all on the list of pre-orders. So if you're a Chicago fan, they weren't on the list of the pre-orders for him and for retailers yet. Although rumors of Chicago going back to black are there, and we'll get into that. Montreal, Dallas, Vegas, Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo, and Nashville also did not have third jersey orders. But, being the guy with all these jerseys, I think I should get into which jerseys I think even the teams that don't show up on the list would be cool to go to. Or a design that's similar, because it's going to be Adidas, so it's going to be something new. For Buffalo, anything that harkens back to Classic is good. Now, they did the Winter Classic this year, and the Winter Classic jerseys were good. And I didn't order one because, honestly, I already have so much Buffalo. I have a lot of Buffalo jerseys. I don't need another Buffalo jersey. That being said, if they did somehow get in on the third jersey thing, then yeah, I'd probably end up getting one, because Buffalo for the most part is pretty cool, and eventually I'll probably get this year's Winter Classic. It didn't justify spending $200 on something when it's virtually identical to jerseys I already have. And St. Louis is on the definite list, so I'll go out on a limb and say that they won't go back to this. They may go back to the Winter Classic 50th anniversary ones. Now, what Bill Daly said as well is that 20, he said between 24 and 26 is the way he put this originally. Or, no. He was talking to them in middle of May. I'm trying to remember which article I'm quoting here. And he said that about a third of the jerseys are going to be something brand new. So about 2/3 of them we're going to see and go, oh. So it'll be an updated version of a third jersey that the team already had. That's why under Buffalo I've got St. Louis, and St. Louis is... I use their alternates because I think they could go back to that. San Jose, why not use the full shark again? And I don't know if you do that in black, but I'd love to see this in an Adidas. I think it would look great. Philly. Well, while we're at it, Philly can go back to black too. Black is always going to be a fashionable color in jerseys. And it's not as fashionable in the main ones, but it's always fashionable in alternates. Go with an alternate in black. It's going to sell. One sec. All right, now Ottawa's not on the list. I'm just lobbying for this one, because always. Detroit's not on the list, so consider that me lobbying for that one. The Rangers are on the list. Now, they're not going to go back to this one. But something similar to this, I would think, is going to happen. I would think that the coat of arms is going to end up on the shield is going to end up on the front. Because I like the shield, and it's so weird, because Ranger fans generally hate this jersey. I like it. I think it's better than just the word mark across the front. Columbus, I would be stunned if Columbus doesn't go back to this. I would be stunned. And this in an Adidas is a right away, yes, please, thank you very much. I will take that, thank you very much. And it's weird, because this one in particular, I got this one from Full Moon. It's a Nick Foligno. I paid $120 Canadian for this jersey, which is a lot for me. For me, that's a ton to pay for one jersey. That's normally 2 jerseys for me. So when I say I'm going to go ahead and pay the money up front for this one, that shows how much I like it. Toronto, they could do an updated version of this with their current logo and with those sleeves. I think that could look really, really sharp. I do. I think that could look really, really sharp. Okay. Carolina. Carolina's getting one. I'd be stunned if it doesn't look somewhat like this. I think it's going to end up looking a lot like this. This and an Adidas could look really sharp. You could change things a little bit with this one, but honestly, it looked really nice. Minnesota. Yvonne's already saying they'll probably just go back to the Minnesota word mark. Can we get an updated version of this, though, first? Please? Just something updated. The Kings, bring back purple. Somebody mentioned in the live stream we did the other night, do you think the Kings should bring back purple? My answer to that is yeah, like yesterday. Bring back the purple / royal blue, if you don't like calling it purple. And, yeah, stick with that. Dallas isn't getting a jersey, apparently. But if Dallas did, this would be the obvious one. Kind of obvious on that one. All right, that's half of it. That's half. I'm up to Boston. These weren't done in any particular order, just in case anybody's wondering. Boston, I think, is going back to these. This is the rumor, is that Boston will have this back as its alternate, just with the Adidas neckline. And I'm okay with that if that's what Boston does. I think that's just fine. I really like the idea of Adidas doing it and having the better shoulder patches. One thing that's different between the authentics and the replicas that I didn't really pay attention to is just the patches on the shoulders. There's no texture on the replicas, and it kind of drives me nuts now. Now that I've had a couple of authentics in the collection yeah. Vancouver, skate. I think Vancouver's going to go back to the skate for its third jersey. For an actual jersey change, I don't think that's happening yet, but I think they'll go to the skate. I know it doesn't match anything else they wear, but for money purposes, I think they'll wear the skate. And I think the skate with an Adidas jersey could look really sharp. Pittsburgh, how about a throwback? How about doing something in yellow? And whether it's this, which is the stadium jersey they had a couple years ago, or whether they do the original yellow that they had back in the 80s, I don't really care. I think something fun like that for Pittsburgh would be nice. Now, rumor has it they're going back to the word mark. So, I understand the rumor is that they're going back to the word mark. The Oilers. Now, the gear would be the obvious one people would want to see back. I always liked the copper and the red and the navy blue. So, I know they're not going to go back to this, but I would like it. This is a video of what I would think would be a fun thing to do. The Ducks, obviously. The orange one is probably coming back, but they may very well go with this. Or something like this. I think the Ducks eventually will bring back the Mighty Duck logo as their main logo. It sells. It sells, and everybody knows what that logo is. And while Vegas is bringing in all these new fans, everybody in the States knows Mighty Ducks. So bring that logo back. Calgary. Here you go. Done. I still don't understand the Black Sea. And yet I'm getting one in Adidas because they look really sharp. But I like a white sea better. It just looks better. It's just white fire you can find, but black fire, no. It's just the logistics I can't get over. Florida. I know Florida doesn't use this logo anymore, but we'd all enjoy seeing that on an Adidas. The Islanders, I'm going to reveal a bit of a surprise here. You're seeing this again. This is coming back. Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm not even close to kidding. The Fisherman is coming back. And people can flame me all they want, but I have heard and I reported on it in January that this is coming back. I reported on it on Patreon. Nashville. Come on. I know they're not doing a third, but come on, blue. The gold is past now. You guys didn't make the final this year. Get some blue in there. Montreal, yeah, Montreal's not doing a third, but I love that Winter Classic jersey. I'm not a Montreal fan, everybody knows that, but they have a really nice jersey. I know it's kind of boring and mundane to some people, but it's nice and it's simple. Tampa, I got a funny feeling we're going to get a different version of this. I think we're going to see bolts again. I I think for the fan base, I think they're going to do another Bolts jersey. I think they'll change it up. They'll do some different kind of a color design with it, and it'll be Bolts. Arizona, well, it'd be a shame if they didn't go back to that. And I mean full time, they may end up going back to that at some point. I would not be surprised. Colorado, I will lobby hard for this one. The Colorado Rockies themed design. And if anybody doesn't think it looks like Colorado Rockies, I'll take a picture of this one next to the Colorado Rockies jersey and show you. They are very, very similar. This is a modernized version of the Colorado Rockies jersey, and it's really, really sharp. I really enjoy that jersey very, very much, and I'd like to see it back. New Jersey. The Devils are on the list. So, Christmas. Can we all agree we're probably going to get a Christmas in Adidas? I would think probably. All right. Last time I'm going to leave the frame. Well, kind of. Kind of the last time I'm going to leave the frame. For Chicago fans, I know you guys are on the list as not getting one. Chicago. Black. It's a nice jersey. It's not chain stitched. Guys ruined it for me. Just ruiners. Focus. Thank you. The camera listened to me. Winnipeg. Do this. Do this in Adidas and we will love you forever. And then Winnipeg. Do this. Full time. This is beautiful. I know people like the Winnipeg Jets, the new stuff. This is beautiful. You'll notice too, it's chain stitched on the logo. It's fantastic. And last but not least, the thing de resistance, which means that it fell off the hanger because life hates me. Life hates me. Washington. Bam. Do that. Do something with that. And again, I'm not saying exactly these designs. Okay, now it's the last time I'm going to leave the frame. So, what are we going to get? I would think that we're going to see some really different designs. I would think Florida because they have the new logo, so we haven't seen a third with the new logo. Unless they use, as I said, the throwback. The Islanders, we're going to get a new fisherman, and I don't know how that's going to look. The Canucks, honestly, they could go with the green Utica design. They could, my skate idea, they could say that's nice, and they could go with a green jersey like Utica's been using for their third for the last few years. And honestly, the third from Utica looks nice. That's why I own it. Pittsburgh, we may end up with a blue one. We could very well end up with a blue Pittsburgh, like the Winter Classics. Or, I mean, I've got 10 Pittsburgh jerseys for a reason. They have all kinds of fun designs. And the Kings, we don't know what we'll get with the Kings. Hopefully something fun. Maybe they'll use the gray one from a couple years ago, the silver anniversary. Hopefully not, though. I'd like to see something new from the Kings. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I think it's pretty straightforward what we probably get. The Oilers are a bit of a wild card because they could just go with the blue version of their current jersey. You could just say, there you go, blue version and done. And of course, Toronto. Remember, they just changed their logo and made Toronto fans go out and buy brand new Toronto jerseys. And now they're going to add a third because they like money in Toronto. And people will buy it up. So I would expect some kind of a throwback, some kind of a harkening back to whatever. They did the 1967 jersey a few years ago. I wouldn't be surprised to see something designed based on the 40s or 50s and modernized for Adidas. That's where it's different. With the Reeboks, they would do the throwbacks and they could really make them look like old jerseys. The way that the Adidas are designed, because of that neckline, because of this, you can't really make a Leafs jersey, a current one, look really old and still have that shiny NHL on it. That's going to throw off some of the throwbacks. But again, this is Minnesota's current. The idea would be that would probably end up on the front with the Minnesota Wild logo. But I'm kind of hoping to see a red one, because I think red would be fun. And New Jersey, they could probably do the... I think Christmas, because New Jersey doesn't do crazy designs. They could, with the name Devils, they could do all kinds of crazy designs, but they don't. They've been very careful over the years not to do that, and I respect them for it. And the Rangers, well, if they do the Winter Classics, whether it was this year's Winter Classic or one of the previous ones, I'm okay with that. I didn't really like this year's Winter Classic for the Rangers. I thought it was kind of ugly, but I wouldn't necessarily be surprised to see it stick around, which means I wouldn't be surprised to see the Capitals use those Caps jerseys again. You know, the pajamas with the huge stripes. They're ugly, but, you know, sometimes teams keep ugly jerseys. Just ask the Islanders about any third jersey they've ever had. They're going to bring one back. So, there we go. Hopefully the information I've provided, that I have provided, has been accurate, and all of my speculation. Speculate away in the comment section below. What do you want to see in the third jerseys this coming fall? And which of the teams that are behind this line, that were not on the pre-order, meaning, according to retailers right now, they don't have third jerseys. Which one do you want them to be wrong about? Which one do you want to find out, oh, they're doing a big third jersey design that's going to be awesome? Which one would you be most excited about to hear was wrong? Do you want to see mustard back for these guys? Do you want to see mustard? There's a lot of yellow that gets used as an ugly jersey color, or orange. But either way, as a guy who loves ugly jerseys, I welcome any of all of them to the NHL jersey collection, both mine and yours. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.